Hey everyone, this is Jack and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be part one of my Philippines visit. My mom's side is Chinese, Filipino, Spanish, and I was going to go celebrate my cousin's birthday and my grandma's 80th birthday. I left LAX solo and check out the really cool packaging on the headphones here. And this was my dinner. They gave you a menu to choose different items. And of course, I had to go with a Filipino style pork dish. And then this was breakfast, my chubby longanisa. I watched some Anthony Bourdain with Jose Andres, which is one of my favorite Michelin star chefs. It was raining when we arrived, and so it was a pretty rough landing. The plane kind of just dropped from the air. But luckily, we made it safely. Well, that's my suitcase. Can't believe somebody actually shipped a Mac through the luggage. I wouldn't trust it. This was the ride to my grandparents' house. Apparently, we don't have a pool anymore. It's being used as a garden with a walkway down in there. This part of the trip was really hard for me because I see a lot of decay in a place that has had so much love and use over the years. But unfortunately, it's not being maintained. This was my cousin's birthday celebration. We had a lovely little feast with some chocolate cake to go as a dessert. And that was a really nice warm welcome. This is the guest room, which I'm staying in. And these are some interesting elements in the house. By the end of the day, I was pretty tired because of jet lag. But the next day, I caught some stray cats walking around the garden, cutting to the mall that have actually really healthy live plants, which are impressive. Some Western cafes, and then collectible stores that feature a bunch of comic book, superhero paraphernalia items. We were actually looking for furniture and things to decorate my parents' new condo. Although we are staying with my grandparents right now, it doesn't really have enough rooms for my mom's sisters and their families. And so that's kind of the goal of this trip. There's also a lot of Japanese-inspired eateries that I found. Ube pretzels, anyone? Yeah, this hojicha looks really good. I bought this spray bottle because the nurses that are taking care of my grandmother had an amazing spray, and so I decided to get mine personalized at a bookstore. This is the grid. It's a cafeteria-style mall eatery area, and these are some of the items that we got for lunch. My parents shared a Filipino crispy pork dish. I got some sushi with some ramen, which was delicious. Yes, I ate all of that by myself. And then my father ordered a coffee, and even the art was beautiful. There's a lot of patisserie places, a lot of bakeries that I've noticed inside the mall. They have their own eateries, or they actually have kiosks to sell their goods. And then it was time to head to my aunt's place. She has a beautiful condo in Global City, and these are just some of the plants that are in the courtyard area. Gorgeous. It's really crazy how easy it is for orchids to bloom in this kind of environment, even under direct sun. These are some elements that are in her room that I found were really beautiful without showing too much personal stuff. And yeah, it was nice to visit and see some of her art. She's an artist. My mom wanted to pick up a few things to decorate her condo with. For dinner that night, we had white fish with bitter melon. The next day, we went to the condo. We're pretty high up, over 20 floors.
You can look it up actually when you go to feng shui. 7 items to move in. It's there.
7 items?
Yeah.
But there's 2 different kinds of oil?
No, one is vinegar.
Oh. Wait. So rice, oil, is this salt?
Yeah, salt,
Sugar. Something that makes out money?
Yeah.
And a broom?
Yeah.
And we wanted to bless the place properly. Some superstitious stuff if you're Asian. And then it was time to celebrate my grandmother's 80th birthday. And she loves Chinese food, so we had Chinese food mixed with lechon. And then for her cake, she really loves this ube cake from Guavaras. And it has this beautiful ombre, really delicious, with macapuno in the middle, which is a coconut. I'm sorry, I'm not feeding you, but you're adorable, so I'm just gonna film you. I know. You're hungry, huh? Yeah. So the helpers are feeding strays, which is why they're around the house. But the good thing is that they eat all the rats. So that's the positive side. I totally didn't know that Mandaluyong City was known as Tiger City. And yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm a Leo, so works for me. We went to another mall to see what other decor that we could buy and furniture. The cat, I'm all about that cat. And the bedroom. My style is way different than my parents' style. We ended up at MF Decor because they were more simple. It's kind of like the Asian or Filipino IKEA, where it has instructions and assembly that you need to do yourself. I kind of perused all the floors as my parents were ordering certain items to be put in their condo. Check out this car bed. I never had any cool car bed type of situations when I was younger, but it's got wheels and everything. I wish my partner was able to see this in person. He would have appreciated it. Explore, definitely doing that in the store. Have my mom film me waving in the display because and my dad's photobombing in the back. You know, the sillies. And then we had awesome leftovers from the feast earlier, that birthday lunch, before heading to bed. The next day we went to this beautiful restaurant that's on the corner from where we kind of live. And this is the oldest, longest standing house, which used to be owned by the president of the Philippines before the Americans came and bombed all of Manila to help us with war. So this piece is still standing and it's fairly well maintained inside. We had lunch here and then we all shared a layered cake as well as halo halo, which is a mixture of shaved ice and ube ice cream. These are some of the flowers that are blooming in the area. Bougainvillea. They love the tropical. And we headed back to the condo. It's really cool. You could actually see my grandparents' house from there. And this is just such a gorgeous view. This is the panorama on the rooftop pool area. No one really swims here, which is such a waste, but I did. It was just gorgeous. And between building furniture and helping my parents move stuff into the condo, it was just a nice way to take a break. We kind of have a really great, almost 360 view of the place. It is 360, but you have to walk to different areas. And there's gorgeous flowers that are fallen from the trees that land in the pool. And so I kind of amused myself by collecting them all in certain places that I was swimming in. I think I swam every other day, which was a really nice use of the amenities. It was time for some lunch, and we went across the street to a local place that has really good Filipino food. These are the floors. The tiles are really gorgeous. I really love these patterns. And I got a meat dish with some seasoned rice. And then it started raining. If you look down from the condo, you can see the rain fall slower, which is really trippy. The sunsets and the skies here are so different from what I'm used to in California. They're softer and pretty. It almost looks heavenly. We had white fish and some dumplings for dinner with rice, and it was already the next day. We decided to go to Starbucks to get some refreshments that morning. The Starbucks in Asia is totally different. I almost feel like it's better. They have so many cakes to choose from. Their pastries are bigger and better, not processed as much like in the US. And I got a refreshing dragon fruit drink. I like the summer refresher with easy ice and coconut milk added to it. The time of day really changes the lighting and just how you perceive the views. Like, check out these fluffy ass clouds. This was a really classic beetle that was in the garage that I really enjoyed catching. We were off to SM Mall. It was really beautiful that they had this glass garden in the middle. It was all like fake flowers, but it's just a gorgeous thing to see. I really spent a lot of time here because it's just unusual to see this type of interactive art piece. Especially in the Philippines, they're kind of breaking out and doing more of these Western, like Instagrammable things so that they can be tagged in social media. And I'm for it. I really like it. I'm not super influencery, but I think it would be a gorgeous place to take photos with friends. More Japanese inspired items, and then it was time for lunch. We actually did pick a Japanese place, and it was so delicious. I was surprised at how, like, not authentic, but like how well all of the dishes were made. And it looked like a little ramen shop that you would go to. I got a matcha boba drink. And then we just shared a bunch of dishes that I really found were interesting, from sushi to like sashimi. This thing was something that you could baste your food with, like the sauce. And there were kiosks that had a bunch of local artists with cultural paintings and just really cool modern art that were on bags. I got this mask. Because Kato is life. And then I really liked these sashes that were tied throughout the mall area that represented the Filipino flag colors. We walked around a little bit more, as well as went to one of my favorite stores, Cultura. It's kind of a commercial chain, but all of the stuff is representative of Filipino culture, from rattan items to t-shirts and keychains. Like, look at this gorgeous setup right here. Oh, I like the lace.
Yeah. They even have like little jewels.
To patterns that are on fans, because Filipinos have done fan dancing, and they even sell traditional Maria Clara outfits and stuff like that. You can get magnets as souvenirs for people who are out of the country, back home. I love the packaging. It also looks like rattan. Had to do the Nancy balls because I'm 12. And just, yeah, the patterns and illustrations have like leveled up over the years. It's really incredible. A lot more artistry on pouches and bags, which are so pretty. It's so colorful. I love it all. Filipinos really take the Western styles and fuse it with their culture without ever losing their identity. And here's some of the jewelry that you can wear with some of the patterns that you buy from there. This lady, famous tattoo artist in the world and all of Philippines. And this is some skincare that we went to get for my aunt. I'm going to stop the tour here. We're going to have one more part. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it so that others can learn more about the Philippines. Subscribe and click the notification bell so that you know when I have new content out. And until next time, keep curious, everyone. Jack out.